Hey, it's Pete Kelly, and today we want to know, is it okay to tell your 15-year-old son that you're in an open relationship? This woman writes in saying, my husband and I recently started an open relationship. Our son's 15 and caught my husband with someone in our home. He confronted him, but he didn't want to tell him about our situation. What do we do now that our son thinks he's cheating on me? Because you can't just keep things the way they are right now. You don't want your 15-year-old son thinking there's something wrong with their parents, but I kind of understand why you didn't want to bring it up with them to begin with, because you don't want to tell your 15-year-old son generally that you got an open relationship. So what do you do at this point? Sherry and Troy, what do you think?
They've got to be honest.
But as a 15-year-old, isn't that a really uncomfortable thing to hear, that your parents are in an open relationship?
It definitely is. But now, I mean, the alternative is he's going to think poorly of his dad, that his dad's a cheater.
So you think it's better to just come clean and tell him the truth?
The best thing would have been to keep it away from a 15-year-old. But yeah, definitely come clean. Be honest with them.
Yeah, that if you're going to have that kind of relationship, maybe don't do it in your home. Maybe do it
In
at
your
their home.
Somewhere outside of the home where the 15-year-old resides, definitely.
Carrie and Gilderland, what do you think?
I have 3 sons, and I feel like being honest with them is more important than trying to cover up a lie.
I agree with that.
You make your bed, you got to sleep in it. So if you, as a grown-up, choose to make a decision to act this way in a home that a kid like at 15 lives in, you're already putting yourself at risk of getting caught. I would just say, you know what, this is what your dad and I agreed, how we want to have our relationship, and we're always going to be your parents, and we're always going to love you, and we're not going to split up. So
The cat, Jessica in Albany, what would you do?
It's not like he's 8 or 9, he's 15. He's going to start dating himself soon. I think you need to teach him now that honesty, especially in relationships, is the best policy.
Even though this is going to be an extremely uncomfortable conversation?
Yes. I mean, he's going to find out when he gets a little bit older that relationships can be messy and weird, and depending on how open his parents are now, I mean, he's going to find out that girls date girls and boys date boys. And, I mean, I think this is probably going to be the best scenario rather than to teach him that sneaking behind each other's back is, worse, I guess.
Yeah, and it's a way to make sure that he knows that, mom and dad aren't cheating on each other, that this is actually something that was planned.
Right. I mean, he's still going to probably not understand because, I don't understand open relationships, but I think it's better to just be open with him and say, listen, some people have this kind of relationship and we're both okay with that. Like, you might not be okay with it when you get older, but, we are, and this is the decision as adults that we made.
The cat, Michelle in Saratoga, what do you think?
I say it's not a relationship. I say you either are together or you're not, and if you are having an open relationship like that, you're damaging your child.
Especially doing it at home. Like, why would you do it at home?
And I'm sorry, you're either together or you're not. If you're not, it's better for the kids. Get the divorce, get it over with, move on. But having an open relationship like that is just not good for your children. And it's not good for you as a man or a woman.
Yeah, I mean, it's confusing. It's a mess. I mean, I'm sure some people it works for, but yeah, it's tough. So take a look at some of the Facebook comments here. We always put this up on Facebook every weekday around 4 o'clock or so. Jerry says, oh my God, seriously? He brought someone to your house. Absolutely wrong. For one, an open relationship shouldn't involve your children. 2, never bring a fling to your home. And 3, if you're not happy with each other, get a divorce and save your child from heartache. I'm sure now he's going to look at love differently. Shame on both of you. Tony says that's just plain tacky. If you're bringing it into your home, he needs to be told the truth. Next, look into some counseling for the 15-year-old. He's going to need someone with a stronger head to sound off too. And finally, Pam says, it's a little late to not do it in the house. Try honesty, whatever that is. Dad doesn't rock my world, but the mailman does. So apparently you got to tell your son what's going on, as uncomfortable as it is. So, hey, if you've got some feelings, comment below and make sure you subscribe too. We do this every weekday, most weekdays. We put this up there. So check out some videos in the meantime on the side. Connect with me on social media down there and click here to subscribe for more videos every weekday with the cat.